In the spring of 326 BC, the verdant plains near the Hydaspes River, in what is now modern-day Punjab, Pakistan, became the stage for one of the most celebrated battles of Alexander the Great's illustrious military career. This battle was not only notable for its display of tactical brilliance, but also marked the easternmost point of Alexander's conquests. After conquering much of the Persian Empire, Alexander the Great turned his attention towards the rich and mysterious lands of India. His ambition was fueled by the desire to control the entirety of the known world and the challenge of conquering the powerful Indian kingdoms. As Alexander's army approached the domain of King Porus, one of the most formidable and respected rulers in the region, the mood among the troops was a mix of anticipation and apprehension. The challenges were manifold: the unfamiliar terrain, the fierce reputation of the Indian warriors, and the looming monsoon season. King Porus awaited Alexander with a well-prepared force, positioned strategically near the banks of the Hydaspes River. His army was a formidable sight, with war elephants that towered over the soldiers, a sight unfamiliar and daunting to the Macedonian troops. Porus's forces were also supported by chariots, cavalry, and well-trained infantry. Alexander arrived at the river and was faced with his first tactical challenge, crossing the swollen Hydaspes in the face of an alert and ready enemy. The monsoon rains had swollen the river, making any crossing risky and visible. Alexander needed a plan to neutralize the natural advantage held by Porus, who was watching closely from the opposite bank. Under the cover of a stormy night, Alexander executed one of his most audacious tactical maneuvers. Leaving part of his force behind to make noise and feign preparations for a crossing at the main camp, Alexander took a select group of cavalry and infantry upriver. They found a suitable crossing several miles from the main camp, obscured by heavily wooded bends in the river. In the dead of night, amid rain and darkness, Alexander's force crossed the river, managing to maintain the element of surprise. By dawn, they had established a bridgehead on the enemy shore, catching Porus's scouts off guard. As the news of Alexander's crossing reached Porus, he reacted by dispatching part of his force to check Alexander's advance. The full strength of the Macedonian army was not yet apparent to him, and he believed he could halt Alexander with a fraction of his army while guarding the main crossing points. The battle that unfolded was intense and fierce. Macedonian phalanxes locked into formation, advancing with discipline as Porus's war elephants charged, creating havoc among the Macedonian lines. However, Alexander's companion cavalry proved decisive. They maneuvered adeptly around the flanks, targeting the less protected sides of the Indian formation. After hours of combat, the Macedonian army began to dominate, thanks to their superior tactics and Alexander's leadership. King Porus, displaying remarkable bravery and resilience, continued to fight even as defeat loomed. Ultimately, he was captured, and legend has it that Alexander asked Porus how he wished to be treated. "Like a king," Porus responded, earning Alexander's admiration and respect. Alexander not only restored Porus to his kingdom, but also granted him dominion over additional territories. The Battle of the Hydaspes showcased Alexander's tactical genius and marked the high point of his conquests. However, it also exposed the limits of his campaign. His troops, weary and far from home, yearned for return. Alexander agreed, and the Hydaspes marked the last major battle of his legendary campaign. The battle remains a testament to Alexander's military skills and his ability to adapt to new challenges, including warfare against elephants, a novelty for the Macedonians. It also exemplifies the meeting of two great military minds and cultures, leaving a lasting legacy in military history. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe to receive notification when we drop new content.